Oh, it was I.
Okay.
Oh, got that.
I know.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I.
Okay, so we are back from a break and we are joined by Sam Boyce, who's a student. Welcome. And so you would have been here together with the Youth Climate Lobby. I'm not sure I have said that quite right. But they're generally not here because of the snow day, unfortunately, but I'm so glad that you're able to make it. Welcome. And so we're going to do a quick round of introductions of ourselves, and then we'd love to hear anything that you want to tell us. Okay.
Hi, good morning. I'm Senator Ruth Hardy from the Addison District.
I'm Senator Terry Williams from Waltham District.
Ian Watson from the Washington District.
Senator Seth Wambats from the Denison District.
And
I'm Jude Newman. I'm the committee assistant.
And when he comes, we start back in the Caledonia District.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Sam Boyce. I'm a 17-year-old junior from Montpelier High School, just down the street. And I'm a member of Earth Group, which is a club at my school that focuses on spreading awareness about how our actions affect Earth. First, I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to speak today about the importance of climate action in Vermont. I know sometimes youth voices are overlooked on some issues that officials don't think affect them. But I'm here to tell you that climate change does affect the youth of Vermont. One of the reasons I personally was interested in speaking today is because I plan on pursuing a college degree in environmental science. And because of that, I have been educating myself on the climate action that Vermont has taken when it created the Global Warming Solutions Act. For me, the Global Warming Solutions Act is a step in the right direction for climate action in Vermont, and it should not be changed. This act sets a good example for how seriously other states should be treating climate change, and by trying to make it less effective, Vermont is sending a message that we think that climate change is not as pressing of an issue as it really is. I know that some representatives have raised concerns that it is not economically viable right now to keep the Global Warming Solutions Act and other climate-related acts the way they are, and that the deadlines and other aspects of the acts need to be changed. I do understand that it can be very expensive to implement changes that help mitigate and stop Vermont's contributions to climate change, but I think it's important to consider how much it will cost if we do nothing. We have already seen how much it has cost our state to rebuild after the flooding in 2023. And floods are going to keep happening if we do nothing to address one of the causes of them, climate change. I witnessed the flooding firsthand in Montpelier and saw how much damage it actually did to our city. Helping clean up the streets, I saw the streets covered in mud and the piles and piles of trash that lined the streets and sidewalks because businesses had to throw out everything in their shops. Flooding also affected Montpelier High School, though to a lesser extent than downtown. The school's gardens lost the majority of its topsoil, and the food that already had been planted to be eaten during our school's fall harvest celebration. The high school was lucky to lose so little when others lost a lot more. The flooding did not only affect our small-scale farm, but also affected farms much bigger than us and who rely on their produce to make money. Rainfall alone negatively affected farms because their soil became waterlogged, making it hard to grow food. That increased rainfall that caused the floods came from the shifting of climates brought on by climate change. Vermont is already being negatively affected by climate change, and it does not make sense to roll back on promises made about climate action, but really it is time to move forward and do more things to help slow it down. As time goes on, things will get worse and worse, and my generation are the ones who will have to deal with it because it is not seen as convenient or economically viable to change the system that contributes to climate change. It is not okay for the people in charge to force the next generation to fix problems that they did not want to deal with. It does cost a lot of money to change how Vermont contributes to a system that makes climate change worse, but it's worth it to try and change as a state so that we can still have a future on healthy earth. Thank you again for allowing me to speak to you today. I hope that what I said sticks with you when you're making a decision on whether to keep the Global Warming Solution Act and others like it the way they are.
Thank you so much. Any questions or thoughts for seeing? Yeah, go ahead.
So are you part of, is there a group at Montpelier High School that you're part of, like a student organization for climate or something?
Yes, Earth Group.
Or, oh, right, you said
Yeah.
that at the beginning, okay, I'm sorry. And, how many students are involved with it? So like a good group, good number of people?
I think it's around, it's probably 10, maybe more.
Were they gonna come today for the thing?
I know some people were going to, because they were able to. Okay.
What sort of things is there if you're working on right now?
We just finished our like clothing swap. And fashion show where we collect a lot of clothes that from high schoolers that don't want to keep them, as a way to stop them from being thrown out. And then anyone, even if you didn't contribute, you can, like, we set up a table in the gym lobby and you can just grab clothes.
That's very cool. Yeah.
It's so fun. Did they have an assembly? Did they do a fashion show?
Yeah.
They did, okay.
We did do the fashion show. Basically, we all have an assembly during what we call Solar Block. And we have a script that is written where two people are reading and we have models that walk down to the stage. This is in the theater. And basically, I don't know, presenters talk about how the clothes they're wearing are like contributing to air pollution and stuff because they're plastic pollution also. Because of like the specific materials on them, so like just to raise awareness while also having a fun event. And this year we also added an aspect of like showing some models who were wearing thrifted outfits. So it's like to promote thrift shops.
Cool.
Mhm.
Do you have sorry,
Yeah, no, you go ahead, yes.
do you have a makerspace at your high school or anything that you all have access to? Do you know what I mean by a
I don't think I
makerspace?
know what you mean.
Oh, the makerspaces are often places where there are different types of tools and supplies, so people can use them to build things or repair things of various kinds, and a lot of makerspaces include sewing machines. And do sewing lessons so that people learn how to repair their own clothes so that they last longer. And I was recently at a thrift shop that had sewing machines in the back that people could use and borrow, and they did sewing lessons. I thought it was a very cool idea because so many clothes can just be repaired instead of thrown out.
Yeah, we don't have a makerspace. We have something called enrichment, which are just like some days we do a fun activity. And I know some of them have been in the past to doing with sewing clothes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we have had other workshops like that on like days that are dedicated to like being together as a community, where it's like sew your own bags, sew bags out of old clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
That would be a fun enrichment to do, like repair your own clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you have a question or thought?
No, thank you for your presentation, very nice job. And did you actually did your group come and help with the cleanup in downtown in Montpelier?
I know the high school has, I mentioned it, it's a fall harvest celebration. And the year, I think it's still 2023. We came downtown and to talk businesses as a school. And I also, my mom is friends with a business owner downtown, so I helped her, like right after something happened.
It's all about community working together.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much, and I really appreciate your sentiments. And you know, I was particularly resonating with the idea that it's not fair for older generations to push off onto younger generations responsibility of taking care of the world. So thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So